is on. This button. Okay. Hope that looks good. All right, besties. Let's do a sound check really quick. I do have my mic plugged in, but I'm going to try not to shake the table too much so that way the sound isn't going in and out. But just let me know if you guys can hear me okay. This is on subscriber and members only mode. So if you have been a subscriber of 14 days or 2 weeks or longer, you will be able to participate in today's live stream. So I'm going live because I can't get it together this whole week. I cannot get it together. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's in the air. I'm not even trying to figure out the transits. I don't know, and I don't freaking care. Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you, Grizzly Bear. Thank you so much. I don't know what the frick is going on outside, but I'm inside, and I know this much. If your Dilly Dally is on 1,000, this is your message. I need a message. You need a message. I don't know what the frick is going on, but I know something big is on the way. So with that being said, you cannot be tamed. Your spark cannot be tamed. We need a pep talk. This is a pep rally. So let's start with an anthem. We are cosmic. We are divine. We are mother effing intuitive. We stand in our truth and we grow daily. And every day that we create a better life, every day that we create legacy wealth. Oh, thank you guys. The devil comes to play. Thank you, Jojo. Hi, Psycho Sam. Grizzly Bear, welcome to VIP. Yeah, we only F with the light. So if you guys know the anthem by heart, I want you to affirm it below. We only F with the light. The darkness is coming for us all. The darkness is coming for us all. What do they say in Game of Thrones? What does that one lady say in Game of Thrones? She's like, what happens in the shadows? I can't even freaking remember. Usually I have it memorized, but I can't even remember it. But if you guys remember what she says, for the Lord of Light, the night is dark and full of terrors. It cracks me up when she says that. And I know she's not trying to be funny, but I'm like, the night is dark and full of terrors. Or when they say 7 hells. 7 hells. Yes, we only F with the light. Thank you, Jojo. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Grizzly Bear, for your donation. Okay. Are you guys hearing an echo? Hopefully not. Okay, let me unplug this. Yes, I am live. I've done a couple lives this last week because you guys, I'm trying to channel these messages. Like I don't know what the frick is going on. Let me just throw that cord over there. So yeah, I'm just trying to get it together for my besties, because I know if this is happening to me, it is happening to you. You're like, I know I should be doing some stuff, but I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. Do you want to do anything? I don't want to do anything. I've never not wanted to do anything so much in this week. I try to do something and I'm like, If your Dilly Dally is on 1,000, this is for you. This is for you. We're having a freaking sit down. So what did I name this message? Your Dilly Dally is on 1,000 and your spark cannot be tamed. There we go. Oh, you guys, do me a favor and like this message as you're coming in. We only have like, maybe my thing isn't updated. It says 5 likes. I'm like, what? Okay, that looks better. Oh, we have 85. Okay, my thing is lagging. Anyways, there is justice coming in for you. And this week, or over the course of the next week, okay, what I've channeled so far, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper, is you're in for a rude awakening. That's why you're supposed to be doing a whole bunch of nothing, because you are being prepared for this next bit. This next bit is an offer that is coming in, and you will be so proud of yourself that you are like putting everybody else on the chopping block. Anyone else that was gaslighting you, that was with the BS, like you cannot be bothered. You literally cannot be bothered. You're like, I don't want to hear anything. I don't care. What do you need? What do you want? Why would I freaking care? So you're on that type of timeline because you just know things will work out for you when they're supposed to. Big shout out to Melanie Hines, who has been a member and a subscriber and a supporter of my channel for a long time. And she also has her own YouTube channel that you guys can follow. If you're looking for finance advice, spiritual advice, she's amazing. And I was literally getting my car worked on, and I don't get all the time in the world to watch YouTube like I would like to. And so I tuned into her live stream, and I'm so happy for her. She got a new truck, and I was like, yes. I was like, this truck is awesome. And she had her dogs in the back, and it was so cute. I just love her. But I'm saying that to say this. You are destined to be in the spotlight, and your comeuppance are here. All you got to do is reach out and grab it. You want a new car? Bet. You want a new home? How big? Or are you downsizing? You know, it's not my business. But it's just whatever you want, reach out and grab it. But I see that you're maneuvering a little bit differently. Not only are you on the dilly and the dally, but you're wanting to obtain these things smarter. So, like for Melanie, she went and got this truck, and it's a tax write off for her. And I'm like, say less, say less. So I'm really excited for all of you guys. Like Shay just got a new place. Pray Seven, thank you so much. Thank you for your generous donation. Shay Pila just got a new place, her own place, and I'm so happy for her. Melanie just got a new truck, like a luxury truck. I thought she was in an Audi, but I was like, wait, she's in a truck. It can't possibly really be an Audi. But Audis have massage seats, and I'm like, I study cars a lot. That is one thing I make time for. I love figuring out stuff about cars and dealerships and just being on top of my game for my family, I guess, because none of us need to be getting bamboozled on vehicles. But anyways, besides the point, you are about to have a lot of fiery energy. And so I feel like right now, what you're working on is slowing down the negative self-talk. You probably feel like you have a lot of anxiety. You don't know what to do with it. You're not necessarily fidgeting, but I feel like somebody is grinding their teeth, or you're clenching a lot more than you normally do because something's on the way. You're like, I don't know what the frick this is. I just know it's something, and I know that it's big. So it's about to go down. You are in for a surprising discovery. It's not just about the few things that you think are on the way. It's about the things that you've wanted for so freaking long that you just want to give up on whatever it is. A soulmate, your own home, an important investment, an important job. I said in the last message that members only, I believe you guys got early access. I can't even keep the days straight this week, you guys, if I'm going to be honest. But you know what song I have stuck in my head? Sorry, my ADHD is on crack mode, okay? But you know that song, I'm a fool to do your dirty work? I have that song stuck in my head. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. I can't sing, but I be pretending. I freaking love that song. Anyways, you have something on the way, and like you're clenching, you're not really sure what's going on, but it's bigger than you could even think it is. Your imagination, Tombstone, thank you for your donation. You think that it's this, but it's about to be so much more. For instance, let's say you think you're going to get pregnant and you're going to have twins or like triplets, or it's going to happen sooner than you think, or you're not going to have to like do an IVF journey or whatever, or go to the sperm bank. I don't know. I've been channeling a lot about babies, and my friend just had twins. Yeah. My friend just had twins, and I'm like, she's a bad bitch. She's a bad bitch for just she looks amazing, by the way. I'm like, girl, you did not just have twins. You look flawless. She's like glowing. Even though she's like probably exhausted, she's glowing. And I feel like whatever you think is on the way, you better get out. Where's my calculator? Hold on. Listen, as your spiritual accountant, I need to talk to you. Okay. Um, you need to times that times just add, let's see. Let's get the highest number on the calculator and you just add a whole bunch of zeros. If you thought you were going to be making six figures, you better add some zeros. You just better add them in right now. I was reading one of your guys' comments on the last video, and or no, it wasn't a comment on the last video. It was the post about just thanking you guys, and it was in the community tab. And I was like, just thank you guys because I doubt myself a lot, and I like reading your guys' confirmations on some of the messages where I'm like, I don't even know what this means or if I'm even saying it right. And I feel like that's natural when you're doing this full time, but somebody said in the comments, you're always so spot on, where I'm almost like falling out of my chair every time. And I was like, don't fall out your chair. Don't fall out your chair. Like, I got you. But I just appreciate your guys's all of your beautiful comments on that post. It meant the world to me. And don't think that I didn't read them. I'm still reading through them. There's like 300 comments on there. But I'm still like making my way through all of them. So let's talk about this glow up. It's an unexpected glow up. Maybe you thought, I'm just trying to get better. I'm just trying to not talk to myself negatively. I'm trying to not be in survival mode. I think you're doing better than you expected. You're going to be sleeping better. You're going to be feeling better, digesting better, just on the up and up. But for some reason, you can't focus or you don't want to. I got home from running errands and I'm like, the Dilly Dally is on 1000. Ooh, that's the message. The Dilly Dally is on 1000. You're so used to having a list for your list for your list. You are so used to like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And you're like, I don't really care right now. I don't really care. And that's because there's some really good stuff on the way. Lorraine, thank you so much for your donation. So yeah, you just need to add some zeros. If you've been saying certain things, you're going to start multiplying all of those things. Let's say, for instance, for me, when I go to pay a bill, I'm like, every time I spend, I get back times 10. And I'm like, why am I just saying times 10? Why am I not saying times 50, times 1,000? It's because 10 feels more natural for me. You need to create a new baseline, a new natural for what you're creating. So for me, I need to say 1,000 minimum, bare minimum. The bare minimum, or what we used to say before, it's not hitting the same, but then the other stuff doesn't feel quite natural. You're going to get it to feel natural. You're going to be creating new habits. So there is a transformation taking place in your image. There could be some things that you're frustrated with. I got that loud and clear. There could be some things that you are so frustrated with, but you're going to make the change. You're going to work on these things. Like, I have a vehicle that gets driven a lot, a lot, a lot. And so I really try to stay on top of maintenance for this vehicle. And so that's what I was doing when I was listening to Melanie's live stream, but, or Mel's live stream. But yeah, I was like, I'm just going to take really good care of this car as if it were a luxury vehicle. On top of that, it has sentimental value to me. My mother-in-law bought that car for me. Well, she put it in her name and I made the payments, but that car's paid off. Anyways, I was thinking about like putting more love into it. Doesn't need to be souped up or anything crazy, just the details I don't like paying attention to. I'm that bitch. I don't like details. Not really. And so because I've been paying more attention to the details, maybe that's why I'm in dilly dally mode. That's why I'm just like, I'm just going to remember. And maybe you guys set a bunch of alarms, you set a bunch of reminders, you set a bunch of timers, and you're just like, you're clocking it. You're clocking what you need, what your vehicle needs, what your body needs. You're clocking all of this naturally. And I really like that for you because you have all of this gratitude at the same time for what you've achieved, what you have, what you're still taking care of. If I had this vehicle and I didn't want to take care of it, probably wouldn't run the way that I drive it. Okay, it probably would not be running. And I'm like, okay, this car is doing really well. I could replace it, but I definitely want to keep it, even if I'm not driving it as maybe a daily driver for somebody else in the family, or I don't even freaking know. I feel like it's that time where everybody in my family needs a new vehicle or is approaching that. And maybe that's what you're looking at. Maybe the things that you thought you needed, you don't really need. Or you're like, I don't really need that yet. Or maybe you're working on your credit score, or maybe you're working on some debt. And so you're like, I could get this right now, but I'm just going to pay this off over here. So I don't know how to explain this. What I'm channeling is life is about to speed up for you. And so you're just taking it easy. You're coasting. You're like on cruise control this week, but you do feel a little bit anxious and a little bit antsy. Like you don't want to do things that drain you right now because you want to do the fun stuff right now. You want to do the fun stuff now. But I feel like towards the end of this week, you're going to get the hard things done. For instance, I didn't want to get my oil changed. I was like, I don't want to do it, but I had to drive so far and so much this week or this last week that I was like, oh, oil change is approaching early. And we're going to have to get all the things to make it a good one. All the filters, clean out the oil, and what else? Fuel injection. Just, I do a lot when I get an oil change. It's not like a regular oil change. I could do it myself, but those days of me doing it myself, I'm not in college anymore. I'm not freaking doing it myself. I have a girl that, and she's like the manager of the place I go to. And I like talking to her, and she always gets me like a hookup. And yeah, thank you, Grizzly Bear. Gestures in slow mo. But yeah, so I didn't want to do any of that. There were a lot of things I needed to take care of at the beginning of the week. Oil change, I need tire sensors, I need something else. My husband's car needs to go in for an oil change, so I got mine out of the way. But I didn't want to do any of that towards the beginning of the week because I had other obligations, first of all. And normally I would just pile it all on. I would pile on all the obligations Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I was like, maybe I'll do it on Thursday. And I was like, maybe I'll do it on Friday. I'm like, I'll just do the oil change today. Let's get it washed. Let's do the oil change. I want to buff out headlights this weekend. And I was thinking about taking it to a detail place because I have friends that have a detail place. But I'm like, I think it would be fun to do it myself because I haven't done that in a long time. I feel like you're doing things that you don't normally like doing, and you're like taking pride in it, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get a new kit and I'm going to buff out the freaking headlights. I want them to shine. I want them to sparkle. I want to take care of the vehicles that are in front of me before I add another one to the equation. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So you could be thinking about looking at homes, but you're like, I want to de-junk, declutter, take care of these things, but you're doing it at your own pace. So it's weird. It's like your priorities have shifted. The things that you really don't like doing, you're kind of doing, or you're doing when you feel inspired to do it. Okay, inspired action. Hi, Organic Slay. Some of you guys could be getting a pet. I've been getting that a lot, and I've been seeing a lot of rabbits outside. My husband, every night when he gets home, he takes pictures of the rabbits that are outside by my car. He's like, look, your rabbits are outside. I'm like, they're never outside when I'm out there. They're always outside when he's getting home. But whatever you normally were bothered by, the size of your home, the size of your car, or not having a car, whatever it was, whatever normally bothered you, you're not bothered by it anymore. You're so grateful. You are in for a surprising discovery. Something is coming to light, something that you did not think was possible. So if you didn't think it was possible to get something luxurious, you better think again. You better add some zeros. If you didn't think that, yeah, these are manifestations where you're like, oh, that's always like going to be somebody else that has something like that, or is that is able to do that. On top of that, you're destined to be in the spotlight. God is preparing you. The universe is preparing you for, Bunny, thank you for your donation, is preparing you for greatness. We're always talking about the greatness in your DNA, but like that greatness is creeping in. You know, when you, I don't know if you guys have ever been in traumatic situations like this, but have you ever been in a place where you're like, I don't really like this place, but whatever, it is what it is. And then just as you start appreciating it, like you get evicted or your parents stop paying the bills or your family forecloses or something. I always lived with ex's family before we would like go and live out on our own. And things like that happened. Where as soon as I was appreciating it and so grateful for it is when it would be ripped away. So I feel like that's what's kind of happening right now is you're appreciating all these other little things that you didn't really care about before. You're appreciating the relationships, you're appreciating the circumstances, you're appreciating the environment, you're appreciating the amenities because you are getting a great, a great, I don't even know what the word is, a great upgrade, a big upgrade. So the scales are going to be balanced. You and someone else are going to be like Siamese twins. I don't know if that's love or friendship, but is it the Pisces that's like the fish that are like connected, like yin and yang? You are going to be really in sync with someone where it's telepathic. I don't know. On top of that, you're supposed to be in the spotlight. Not all of you are going to want to hear that. I know my social butterflies. We're not social. Where's my bell? I know my social butterflies. We ain't that social. And we're not out here liking everybody. We need space. We need 10 feet, 100 feet, or the internet. We need some space. And yeah, you're going to be in the spotlight. When I asked about you being a baddie, something coming to light, it's the fact that you will be recognized. You will be recognizable. You will be a household name. Each and every one of you will have a different description for this word. So take it how it resonates. But whatever it is that you do, that is your passion, that lights up your world. You will be known for this around the world. So the days of you being small time, or thinking that you are, it's about to speed up. Like the engines are revved. We are about to go from 0 to 60, 0 to 100 in 4.4 seconds flat. Yeah. I'm telling you. I've been studying cars, like how fast they're going. The prices of cars nowadays are insane. The type of engines they're putting in these cars, they better sit all the way down. Okay? I live in the States, and I don't know what they're doing with these American cars, but they better knock it the F off. Yes, they better. The price of a freaking Mustang alone should not be, it should not start at 40 G's for a Mustang. A Mustang used to be the affordable sports car for Americans. I cannot. Guys are making me sick. Okay. Making me freaking sick. And then all of these cars, they're like janky the way that they're putting them together. Toyota used to be reliable. Now they're having issues. Certain cars used to be very reliable, and now we're not even getting reliability. So that's why I've just been studying, because I'm like, the next car that I get, okay. And now I know you're not supposed to talk about your manifestations, but I don't give a fuck. Okay. The next thing that I get that has wheels, it will not only be what I freaking want, not because of what I have to get, not because of whatever reason. It's going to be because that is what I freaking want. I want a good deal on it. I am not effing around when I walk into that dealership. You better talk to me nice. And they're not going to like me. And I'm not going to be buddy with the freaking finance manager. He's going to hate my guts. And I'm totally freaking fine with that because I'm walking out with what I want. Okay. I remember when I went and got the cars that we have now, we shared a Mustang that like forever we shared a car. And when we finally got new ones, some of you guys know this story. I was like, today's the day. My husband's like, what? I'm like, today's the day. We're getting new cars. And he was like, we can't do that. And I was like, watch. Riddle me what? I was like, don't ask me how. I just know that we are. And he's like, there's no freaking way. I'm like, we're jumping our Mustang right now that we share. We are carrying around a jump box for this Mustang right now. No, not anymore. And he hates change, but it's okay. I can get him into it. I can get him into, the feel and the look and the smell of it. He'll change his mind. But that's what I had to do. He was like, I don't want to drive that. I don't want that car. And I'm like, just sit in it. Just sit in it. He's like, okay. So he's sitting in it and he's like, wow, this is nice. And I'm like, and affordable. So, like, let's get you into this car first. I'll co-sign and then we'll get me into something. And I had a broker with me at the time that I met through like one of my regulars that like buys a bunch of cars for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm gonna mind my business. But I used his broker to get these cars, and he ended up being a whole freaking charlatan. But that's another story for another day. But yeah, I remember just knowing. It's like you just know. You will know when it's time to go get the thing. Rain, thank you so much for your donation. Like you'll just know when it's time. I didn't know how the frick we were gonna do that or how we were gonna pay for that, but we did it. We did it. I was like, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to finance these. That's not gonna be fun, but we're not paying a down payment. I know that much for either of these cars, which I know is kind of like their dream for us to not be putting anything down. But I was like, I'm just not. We're leaving with two of these. Okay, we're leaving with two. And yeah, now if I have to get something, I told him like we're getting to that age where the next thing that we buy, because these are paid off, it'll be something that we really want, that we can enjoy, that we can afford, that if something happens to it, we're not like, oh my gosh, what are we gonna do now? Like those days are gone. So I'm always on his case. He's not into cars as much as I am. I'm always on his case, like, babe, you gotta get this fixed, you gotta look at this, you gotta look at that. And he's like, shh. And I'm like, I guess I can just let me just fall all the way back because you don't drive like I do. I go outside and it's freaking NASCAR every day, all day, and I'm Jeff Gordon. Okay. But I say that to say this. You were meant to be in the limelight, and whatever it is that you want, I see you greatly appreciating the things that you have, cherishing them even. And that's because God isn't necessarily taking it away. It's because you're getting the biggest upgrade ever. Ever. People would be like, why do you need massage chairs? I don't freaking know. I need them. What do you care? Do you know what I mean? Because I was like, oh my gosh, Mel, that's so cool that comes with massage seats. Like, it's just like a cool amenity. But I only know a few cars that come with that. So I was like, wow, she got like this new Dodge luxury truck. And I'm thinking, the way that car is stacked, just from the way that I'm watching it in the live stream, I love a truck. Okay, first of all, I'm a truck girly. If you didn't know, now you know. I love a truck. 1500, 2500 with a sunroof. Hello, moonroof, a roof. I want skylights coming through. And so when I saw that, I was like, wait, she said she's in a truck, but it's giving Audi. It's giving really nice. I was like, this is awesome. I was so happy. I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for her. And my father-in-law has a Dodge truck and I love driving it. I remember when he left the States for a little bit for like a year and he was like, "Can you watch my truck?" And I'm like, Can I watch your truck? Yes, I can watch your truck. I got you. I'll take real good care of this baby. But out where I live, people drive like freaking lunatics. I told you guys, you can't even get into the middle lane unless you're going 80 like 3 minimum. So yeah, I was really disappointed in like what the research I've been doing in cars cuz I'm not in a hurry. I'm not like in a rush. I'm just taking my time. This isn't like there's a car breaking down right now, like last time, and I need to go hurry and hop into something. It's like, no, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to look through all the years and see, does it need to be new? Does it not need to be new? How can I get this written off? Or what are my loopholes? What are my options? Who am I dealing with? What dealership am I dealing with? What do I need to know about them? What are my cheat codes? Because I am not the one. How I got bamboozled ever before, it will never happen again. I only need to be effed over one time. One time, okay? Once. It's all it takes to be bent over, assuming the position in a situation you don't want to be in, okay? To learn. For all of us late bloomers that take the scenic route. I used to be very impulsive as an addict. And then even in the beginning of my sobriety, still somewhat impulsive. But I would just know this is the time. But even though I would know it was the time, I still should have done more research. But I'm grateful that God, our angels, our ancestors have protected us in these vehicles. I'm so grateful that they're doing amazing. But anyways, you are about to be in the limelight for whatever it is that you do, and it's going to be trending. Your authenticity is going to be trending. So you don't even have to say what your job code is, what your new line of work is going to be. Your authenticity and your aura is what is going to be on trend. You might have been giving yourself a hard time, like, oh, I should dress up a little bit more, or I should go out a little bit more. But I just see you changing the way that you speak to yourself, correcting that and putting everybody else on notice. There are people that have been getting away with some things, some cash grabbing things. They've been making money off of you or getting some type of advantage. And those advantages you're about to throw out the window. hmm And not like you're maybe you're judging some people. You might have some family members that make very poor choices. I'm going to say it. You might have some family members or some loved ones and they make very poor decisions. And you're looking at them right now like, dang, if you had just, oh, I didn't even realize that this was out. I didn't even realize this was out. Family. That must have come out while I was playing with this. But you were looking at some family members like, if you had just done what I had done, you wouldn't be going through all this mess. They're going through a time and they want all of the sympathy in the world. All of it. They take all the oxygen up out of the room. But they want everyone to feel sorry for them for the position that they put themselves in. And you're done being Captain Save-A-Ho. You're done. Whatever you used to do for these people, you're not doing it anymore. You're not bailing them out. You're not getting them out on bond. You're not borrowing them some money. You're not even going to listen to them. You're not even going to listen to them anymore. You're not going to listen to their complaints. Like they think they're the only person to ever do something. Who the frick is this person? You have somebody in your life that acts like they're the only person to ever have children. They're the only person to ever have to buy a car. They're the only person to ever have to work a job. You're never going to help them again. So stop stressing. Plus, whatever you're about to be blessed with, you don't want them around this for some reason. I wouldn't either. For instance, you might not want them in this new car. You might not want them in this new house. You might not want them around during this pregnancy. You might not want them around because they take all the oxygen up out of the room. Say you find out you're pregnant, okay? Because I've been getting a lot of pregnancy stuff. You're not going to want this drama around in the first trimester. You're clocking it now. You're clocking it now. Or maybe you're about to close on your first home. You're like, I don't want them around. There's going to be a lot of jealousy and envy. Unfortunately, they're not going to be happy for you like they should be. They don't mind when you're doing okay. They don't like knowing that you're doing better than them. And these are the people that cannot put out your spark to save their life. They want all the attention. They want to take your spotlight. This is a very competitive family member. And I don't know if it's indirect that they're competitive with you. They just want the attention. They don't care really who's taking it from them, but you just seem to be the person that's taking up the most attention. Not on purpose. It's because your authenticity is on trend and people really like being around you. So, things that I got for your confirmation is people love being around you, your energy, you're magnetic, you were chosen and born to influence. Born to influence. Not everyone will have a seat at your table. You've helped some people before. You've helped some people, and then they didn't listen. These are the friends and the family members that are like, "Give me the advice, help me, get me out of this issue." But then they do it again and again and again and again. Some of them could have blown through money. Okay, maybe you borrowed them some money, or they came into some money, or maybe you guys both had the same opportunities and they blew through it, and now they need help. Now they want everyone to feel sorry for them. And you're just like, the audacity, the literal audacity. We had you and this person at one point were in the same boat. You had the same starting point or the same amount of money, or you were given something, and they have chosen to squander it because they're coming from a position of lack. They don't feel like they deserve to have it, so they're giving it away. And now you're going to be realizing by looking at that, where am I giving it away? Because you might be a lot more like you're not even the same as this person, but it's making you clock where you're giving it away instead of keeping it for you. Whatever hardship that was never ending, there was a never ending hardship. It was with a home, a relationship, a situation. Whoop, motorcycle. Whatever hardship was never ending that you kept to yourself. You didn't share this with other people, that you had lost a home, or that you had miscarried, or that you had a death in the family. You didn't share this never ending hardship with anyone. Not really. And now it's about to be your biggest blessing. Whatever this was that seemed like it was never going to be something else is in fact going to be something else. So you will be ferociously on your A game, ferociously on your comeuppance, your glow uppins, and you're about to find something out. I feel like in the next, they're saying 2 to 4 weeks. In the next 2 to 4 weeks, expect some really big news. If you're not already planning to do something in the next 2 to 4 weeks, there could be a big purchase in the next 2 to 4 weeks. Something could appear on the market that you really want to buy. It's going to seem like it's just going to shock you. You are in for a rude awakening. You better buckle up, bestie. You better buckle up. On top of that, despite the people that are parasitically trying to drain and siphon all your goodness out of your soul, you're still looking young. You're still looking like a snack. Fortune favors you right now. Fortune favors you. You are restoring faith in your abilities. Let me know if you guys have seen a lizard or a rabbit in the last 24 hours. People are really going to be hanging on to your every word, and you guys could also be a tarot reader or channel messages or just be a light worker. But you are meant to be in the spotlight. You are meant to be on camera. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that have opinions about that, but just like you tune out family members that are rude, you're not going to let anyone tame your spark. Whatever brings you down, makes you miserable, makes you uncomfortable, makes you unhappy, You're cutting it loose. So I got the Wheel of Fortune in your confirmation. We got IG Baddie, online fame, recognition, setting trends. We got the Eight of Wands. So things are coming in fast for you, and these things are happening online. Okay, on the internet. We got the Ace of Wands. Like, you're on fire. Do not let anyone tell you anything different. Everyone's comeuppance look different. And then we have the Six of Wands. Hello. I see you spending a lot of time by yourself, becoming your own best friend, walking away from people, sword in hand. They got to climb to get to you. They got an issue, they got a beef, they got a problem. You got some smoke, you got some fire, and they can get the whole freaking barrel. The whole thing. The whole enchilada. But they got to climb. And they don't want to do that. Riddle me what? Because they're lazy. They don't want to do that. So the scales are being balanced. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like all last season, we were saying, you're one pentacle away. One Benjamin away. One pentacle away. One affirmation away. Now it's here. Now it's here. Now you just have to believe that you don't have to overwork or overexert yourself to have these things. And I feel like that's part of the reason why your dilly dally has been on 1,000. You have been slowing down. You don't need to stress. Then we have the Four of Wands. Stability, engagement, partying. Well, I don't want to say partying, celebrating. You are in a celebratory mood. So though your dilly dally is on 10, you are feeling celebratory. Like yesterday, I didn't want to work. I wanted to order takeout and chill. I was like, I really don't want to work today. I could, but I really don't want to. I did anyways. But I just wanted to order takeout. And it's something I don't normally get to do. And I was like, I just want to watch shows and order takeout. And that's it. Like, I don't want to do anything else. So you're feeling celebratory, even though there's nothing happening just yet. You're clocking it. You're sniffing it out. Hi, Angelina. Yeah, there was so much fire. Whoever said that. Danny. Yeah, there is so much fire here. Your action is different. It's action for you. Selfish on every level. Thank you, Grizzly Bear, for your donation. Thank you so much. But yeah, it's giving House of the Dragon. It's giving Mother of Dragons. These people don't know who they're talking to. Like, they have to find the ladder and climb. You're too busy celebrating. You're too busy celebrating. You're done stressing. You are being supported through all of those people that cursed your name, all of those people that told you you're crazy. Like, why do you want that? Why do you think that you can obtain that? And no one's going to be able to boss you around. You are becoming your own boss. A lot of you are already your own boss. Okay, let's see what else we got for you. You are being activated to dream bigger. What did I say? I said add some zeros. You think you're going to be making six figures? You better add some zeros to that. You are being activated to use your imagination, to enjoy daydreaming, to pray, to affirm, to visualize the life that you deserve. So I think that's fun sometimes, like when you're in the headspace to do that, when you're feeling the vibes, when you're happy, when you're vibing high, that is the good time or a good time to act as if. To get in your car and act like it's that Lambo that you've always wanted. To clean it as if it were that vehicle. And that reminds me of Dodash, one of my other favorite content creators, though she's not in the spiritual community. but she was driving for a lot of delivery services and having to rent these cars to do that. And she would always take really good care of the cars, like detailing them and still doing service, even though she didn't have her own car. One of the people that she was renting the cars from realized, like, you don't have to do all of that. You don't have to detail it like that and make it all nice every time you bring it back. And she was like, no, yeah, I have to. And that guy owned a dealership and got her a car, her new car that she drives now. So acting as if is real life. Feeling those vibes like, yeah, this is my dream car, like, even if it's not. Taking care of it to the crevice of every nook and cranny of that situation and acting as if does work. Unicorn, thank you so much for your donation. I am the mother of dragons, queen. I freaking love Game of Thrones. I love House of the Dragon. I was literally just watching episode 1 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. Such a good show. But beware of an energy vampire or someone deceptive at this time. I feel like you're picking up on this. Somebody's doing this to you indirectly. Does that make sense? So let's say you're at work. It's somebody's minion. Like somebody up the chain of command has beef with you, but they've sent their minion. So it's like indirect smoke. Someone is being deceptive. Let's say it's somebody that you get services from. And you're like, something's up with them. It's their boss that has something up with you, that has an issue with you, or that treats everybody, all clients like that. Do you know what I mean? So whatever you're clocking, you're going to be doing it differently. Just know that there's a way. So be very mindful of the things that you're saying to yourself when you're getting frustrated about that said issue. Let's say you get a service done and you are frustrated with how you're treated as a client. Now you're going to start doing your homework. You're going to dream bigger because they have you thinking smaller or trying to tame you. They're trying to put out that spark little by little. And for us light workers, us earth angels, us chosen ones, sometimes these people can take it in little bits, in little increments, and that is how they get us. We're so busy, we're so wrapped up in doing whatever we're doing that we don't even see the little bits that they've been taking just over time. And it's now starting to add up. You're like, oh, that little bit over here and a little bit over there. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. I don't like that at all. So I see you really looking for a way to replace whatever these things are or circumstances. Because now you're seeing that something that once was a win is now a lose lose. And you don't want anything that is a lose lose. You want a win win win. Okay. There's going to be a lot of people kissing your behind because they need things from you. Even though they don't really give you any credit. They don't shout you out. They don't like you might be doing something for someone and they don't even like post you or shout you out. Like maybe you tag somebody. I'm feeling like this is Instagram for some reason. This is really specific, so only take it if it resonates. But you could be doing something for a friend, doing something for a business, a small business to help them, and they're not even posting it, what you're tagging. Does that make sense? So you have some people that are like that with you, and it's rude. You blocked 2 people today. We got never bitch at the top of the never list. They'll be never it. Never, 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 never bitch. Number 2, never. You better get your shit together. Rosita, thank you. Or Tarot-zita. Rose Tarot-zita. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, it just keeps getting better. It just keeps getting better. Are you guys losing your voice? Because I swear, I haven't even really been talking that much this week. And I'm like, where's my voice at? We have you are scary accurate. Wherever this happiness, resources have been siphoned, it's a thing. And you are spot on. So you're really going to be believing in your role where you were doubtful before. Like sometimes I doubt my role. Like I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. And then there are times where I really believe in what I'm doing. But I feel like that's natural to doubt yourself. We're not perfect. But you are going to be stepping into this role of knowing that you are scary accurate, knowing that you deserve scary F you type of happiness where you don't have to be bothered because you answer to yourself. You answer to God or the universe and yourself, your higher power. You will know when it's time to network and collaborate. You have a very strong feeling about who you want to network and collaborate with, though you might be put off by this because some people are very shady because they're intimidated of your light. Yeah, I was like, somebody's losing their voice. What is happening? Weird things start happening when I start channeling. My allergies start getting crazy when I didn't have any issues before. My voice will go away and I'm like, what is happening? So there's that. But get ready to fall in love with your life and have that giddy type of happiness. The happiness that you deserve. You're like a butterfly that is just all over the place. You're like, I want to see things, but I don't want to talk to nobody. I want to go places, but I don't need any new friends. I don't need any new friends. Oh, the tower. You've avoided disaster. There was something that was coming in for you that was supposed to be disastrous. Somebody might have had a diabolical plan for you. No, hold on. There is someone from your past that you do not give the time of day to. And they have tried diabolical plan after diabolical plan, and they're still stewing. I don't know who needs to hear that. This is somebody that wants to come into contact with you that you're not going around. Like you refuse to go around them because you know they're trouble. You know that they want to start some shit. They're like, oh, stringing you along. I got family like this. Or, yeah, well, distant family. They expect you to go to the event or the reunion or the family situation. I'm not going. Mm-mm. Because it'll be very hard for me not to pop the F off. I'm not going around the family members that make me want to freaking fight. My shadow wants to come all the way out and come to play. And I can't pretend I'm civilized sometimes. I just can't. So it's just best for me to stay home. It's best for me to stay home. Dilly Dally Dylan, that's my name. Yeah, there is somebody that, trip down memory lane. Why are these people always ruining our message? This is like giving sister-in-law, mother-in-law, family you don't get along with. They have had diabolical plans for you. Mouthful of lies. They're just, oh my gosh, I've just been wondering how Collective's been doing. Have you seen them lately? And your family's like, yeah, I've seen them. Or no. Well, I just really wanted them to come to this picnic and they haven't been answering my calls or my text messages. You're like, because I'm not gonna. It's not, yeah, thank you. Who said that? Jeanette. It's not gonna happen. They're not inviting you to extend an olive branch. Okay. And plus, you snapped that olive branch like 5 years ago, 2 years ago, however long ago you went zero contact with this person. This person is really bothered by the fact that they know you're doing great. They know you're doing better since the last time they saw you. And they want a first look. They want a look. They want to see with their own eyes so they can get mad all over again. Lunatics. Lunatics. They want to, they're trying to love bomb you from far away. And you already know the cycle. They want to act like they don't care, but they care. Then they want to love bomb you and like feed you all these lies. And then that's when they start their jabs. Oh, thank you for the gift. That is when they start the jabs. Yeah, these people are petty. Thank you, Jazz, for your donation. These people are petty. Said 6 years now. Oh, you're good. You're like, sorry, I didn't know it was gonna do that. It's okay. Um, these people, I'm trying to think of like my situation. I've got a couple that are like that. I think it's been 4 years, but really it's been 8. I've only seen them once in 8 years. And that's because I wanted to support this family member. So I went. But my husband had a tight leash on me because you have those family members, they just don't, they need to get punched. I don't condone violence. Let me retract that. Let me retract that. Some people have never had their ass beat. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people are so like vicious and diabolical. You know they've never been jumped. You know they've never been smacked. They've never been put where the F they go. Because if they had, they wouldn't be walking around like that. So let me not say like I don't condone violence in any way, shape, or form, but I'm just saying that to say some people really can bring it out of you because of the things that they've done. And you're still trying to heal and you're still trying to forgive. Like I can't go around this person because I have not forgiven them yet. Our issue is ongoing. Okay, it's ongoing as children are growing up. It's an ongoing issue and it's going to be ongoing until these children are 18. So it's in my best interest to stay over here because I'm going to fuck you up on sight for using children as pawns, for being petty as hell, and you just need your ass beat. I can't. Okay, let me just shut up. Let me just shut up. I just can't. You guys ever have like neighbors like that? They just act like they're invincible, family like that. You're like, you know, they've never been in a fight. You just know. You just know. Because you would not be acting like that. No, you would not. Because there are people out here that are for real. They don't just bark, they're about that life. Yeah. It's just, yeah, violence isn't good, but you just have those family members that really, because you haven't forgiven them yet. And it's so hard when children are growing up and you're just trying to like be an adult. I would never want to do that in front of my family. But sometimes, sometimes I can't. Oh my gosh, we got playing hooky. I do this a lot. Do you know how many events I've had to miss just to stay in my lane? Important events. And so I, on the side, have to make it up to this family member because I can't go around the mother because the mother hates me. Yeah, Diamond, we're all learning to stay in our lanes. Intense shadow work. Like, I know myself. I know myself. I know the good, the bad, and if I try to play pretend, my husband will clock it and tell me the rest. I'm going to say that again. I know myself very well. The good and the bad, and whatever I try to lie to myself about, my husband will tell me about myself. He will tell me the rest, and I will be sad to hear it because he just knows, like, oh, no, no, no. or classier than what they got going on over there. Our days of fighting are done. And we as a joint effort don't go around these people because they bring it out of both of us. We have not forgiven them because there's still ongoing things that they keep doing. And so there's always every time we're around, there is a retaliation on children that have nothing to do with this. And so that's where that anger stems from. Is if I go over here and spend time with family, children, and you're over here, but you want to control the narrative, you need to stay all the way in your lane, first of all, because this is this side of the family. You're on that side of the family. Like, we've had to get lawyers involved. We've had to do so much. And that's why she hates me, because I don't play. Like, you're not going to take whoever the frick you want away from me when they're my family. I'm married into this family. You're just a baby mama. So you need to sit all the way down. But I say that to say this. Whoever is trying to bring it up out of you, it's good for you that you're trying to heal over here, because they are trying to pull it up out of you from all the way from where they're at. Like, all the way from where they're at. So you're playing hooky and they're mad. Their plan isn't working. They want to take a trip down memory lane, and never. I wouldn't let this person come to funerals. I wouldn't let them come to my wedding. Like, no. They're there for that you always have that one family member that just can't. They just can't. This person is like neck and neck in the races with my mother. Like, y'all just stay that away from me. So with that, you have gratitude for the life that you're leading now, and you're learning how to differentiate love that you have for different family members. Sometimes we have children that tie us together to people, unfortunately, even when we didn't hook up with them or we're married to them. So sometimes we have to figure out how to not say negative things about parents or family members in front of them. And we have to be the adult. But it's really hard when you go to love on these family members and then there's a retaliation from their parents because they're pissed or they're jealous or whatever. So just know that, give yourself grace that you are doing the intense shadow work to heal, to work on forgiving. And forgiveness is a work of progress daily. Thank you guys for your donations. Yeah, you're going to have people kissing your butt. Oh my gosh, parental alienation. Maybe this is somebody you had kids with. Let me know in the comments. Parental alienation. Somebody tried to do this to my in-law sibling. I was like, we need a lawyer. Let us know when you're ready. We'll get you one. So she's still mad. But somebody is trying to alienate you as a parent. I have friends going through this right now. They don't speak badly about the other parent in front of the children, but they do. It's not fair. Then they come home saying all types of foul language, and you're like, you didn't learn that over here. You did not learn that over here. So you guys could be dealing with an ex that it keeps trying to revert to the past, or it keeps trying to kick up the past, or is trying to alienate you. So they're the only parent. They're keeping your kids from you. I'm so sorry. That is terrible. We dealt with that in our family, and so we had to get one of my siblings an attorney because it was getting out of control. But some of these people, they're just doing that because they're grasping. They want to control you. They cannot tame your spark. And people that really, really want to, they're the ones that go around doing all of this crazy shenanigans. Okay, karma is a bitch. That is what you need to know. Karma is a bitch. So they think they're getting away with something they're not. Like, I am so proud of myself for not going to sporting events, for not taking the bait. Remember what I tell you guys, you are the bait. You are the test. You are the trap. These people trying to bait you and goad you and string you along like, oh, it's going to be very like casual and we're just going to Johnny's soccer game. And no, no, if you know that it's going to be on site, don't go. Don't go. Little Johnny's going to have to understand. Okay. Like the little Johnnies in my family, I have to make it up to them on the side because I'm not about to get into a freaking whole altercation, get dragged off to jail because I'm just not. I'm just not. Hi, Antoinette. My wife used to always turn my kids against me and make me the bad guy. Now they're starting to realize who the real bad guy is, and I'm loving it. Yes. Oh my gosh, yes. So that's the one thing too is when they start to realize, okay, I have family members, little Johnnies. I call them little Johnnies, so I don't like tell you like I'm not gonna blast their names on a live stream. But the little Johnnies in my family, they're starting to get to that age where they figure out what is really going on. Why I wasn't around, or why certain people weren't around, or why certain things went a certain way is because like they're gonna figure it out. They always figure it out. And that's one thing you can always count on, bestie, is time. Time is a mother effer. Time will tell all. Okay? They will figure it out. Sometimes we put our parents on pedestals even when they, weren't necessarily good people. My father did a lot of bad things, God rest his soul, but I did put him on a pedestal even though he left me and was out partying all the time. So sometimes we're closer to one parent and then we start realizing as we get older, like, this is actually not okay. Your kids are 19 and 27. Yeah, they're going to realize, like, oh, wait, this person has been trying to alienate this other parent or isolate us from them. I deal with a lot of that in my family, unfortunately, on both sides. Control, Alt, Delete. You are the generational curse breaker. These people get all up in their feelings because you're going to do things differently. They are operating at a level where they're just repeating their family history and you're doing something different. That's why you guys didn't stay together. You guys broke up. They're your ex or they're your zero contact family members. You are control alt deleting how things used to be done. You are changing their traditions. You are changing the trajectory. You are changing lanes for yourself as head of household. If you're taking your family by the reins, like, you're changing that. I know I've done that for me and my family. Like, now that certain family members are out of the picture and they have their drama going on the other side of the street, a lot of the people on my side of the family that I have, my husband's family, so when I say my family that I talk to, my husband's family, they need me for things. Like, my mother-in-law's gone, and now I'm like the only girl in the family. So it's like I don't have time for these other family members' drama because I got my own family over here that I'm protecting. And I do things differently than my mother-in-law would. I'm not perfect. I'm not like her. But I want to do the good things that she did. And I want to learn how to be strong like her because it's a lot sometimes. But you start calling them little Johnnies too. Yeah, that's a good way to have, what's the word? Anonymity? I don't know. Thank you, Blazy. I hope I said that right. I was watching the movie One Battle After Another. I love that movie with Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn, Leonardo DiCaprio, Benicio del Toro. I freaking love that movie. And that's where I was hearing the song, I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Whoa. Did y'all see that? Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. Mate poaching. I almost forgot. This is one reason that this is something that'll make me fight people. If you think you're going to get at my husband, I'll go to jail. I don't care. I don't care. I'm crazy. That shit every day of the week. We got mate poaching. Do not take the bait. Okay, I need to listen to this advice as well. We, bestie, cannot take the bait of people trying to poach our mate. We need to sit back and laugh. Because if they're willing to go, they're a freaking idiot. I sound like Jacob Elordi from Wuthering Heights. He's like, you're an idiot. But these are people trying to get us up out of our feelings, and we've come too far. We have come too far. Dilly dally on 1000. So yeah, people trying to like look good in front of your person, trying to lick their lips. I don't know. They're showing me a lot of different things right now. I'm like, what? Who is like, they're zhuzhing it up. They better sit all the way down. They better sit all the way down. These people are threatened by you. They're trying to poach on your mate. Some of them are trying to do this in front of you. The audacity. The audacity. I have frozen mochi. Thank you. Mochi's the best. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Because when I'm like, I don't know what this message is, I really don't know what's going on, especially this last week. I have never been more confused with my messages this last week than I think in a long time. Yes, F around and find out. Yes. Sit the F down. These people really think that they have a chance. You have to laugh. Especially if you know your person is loves you and is dedicated to you. This happens with me a lot. But if they have the audacity to do this in front of me, I don't need to get so ferociously crazy, first of all, because my husband will handle it. My husband will put them where they go. But doesn't mean that it doesn't make me like, what? It's the fact that they thought they could do that in front of me, which is crazy. But my husband will handle it. But yeah, there's people trying to do weird things in front of you. Karma's a beep. This family member, for instance, that I deal with, part of the reason she hates my guts is because she likes my husband. Okay. Sorry, you were dating the other brother. Sorry, you had one brother, I had the other brother. Like, not my problem. This is my destiny, bitch. It's not yours. It's not yours. So maybe that's the beef that some people have with you, is they want your person. Nope. Nope. I've had this happen at freaking softball. I've had this happen at the freaking grocery store. I've had this happen at family functions. I had this happen at my freaking wedding, funerals. I mean, you name it. People are trying to grab at my man, and I'm like, calm down. This is not your ex. Like, my shadow goes there real freaking quick. I have to calm down. Like, he's going to handle it. He's going to handle it. This is not my ex that would be like, oh my gosh, I'm getting attention. This ain't that. He was popular before I ever met him, before we ever started dating. So he knows exactly what to do with people that want him for the wrong reasons. And I could just understand the assignment and take notes. Nobody's got nothing on me. Who said that in the comments yesterday? King Kong ain't got nothing on me. I was like, that was one of my favorite quotes by Denzel. Yes, it's the Leo and us. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. People are trying to create a hostile relationship environment for you. Whoa, I've never channeled that before. Normally we channel hostile work environment. We already got a bunch of those. Okay, we already got a bunch of hostile work environment. Somebody is trying to create a hostile relationship environment for you. They don't want y'all having babies. They don't want y'all getting married. They don't want y'all doing none of that. You guys could have watched my message earlier this week that was about love. We don't get very many love messages. But this person wants to write love songs and have babies with you, and it's exciting. You're about to fall in love with your new life. I need to share that song. I'm a fool to do your dirty work. You're just in love, or you're happy, or you have all this gratitude. So maybe you feel like a puppy dog that's just like wagging its tail, like life is good. What was I doing again? It's like the ADHD is on 10. The ADHD is on 10. Yeah, people think that they can steal our persons. I can't. Like, there's no decorum. You got no decorum at a funeral? Ew. Cannot relate. You have no decorum at a wedding? Well, that's kind of to be expected. There's always people starting drama at a freaking wedding. But, like, come on. Come on. We have self-obsessed. In this season, you will be secretly self-obsessed because there's so many things that you're working on. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean you being more selfish, making yourself a top priority. Maybe you haven't been taking pictures. You're going to start taking pictures again. That's a good way to know that you're feeling yourself. Where before you're like, I don't want to take any selfies. Oh, I don't even care. Bestie, you're going to be taking selfies in your pajamas. Like, I'm cute. People need to know. People need to know that you're cute, okay? They need to know that you're happy. And yeah, you might feel like there's people laughing behind your back, but they're just looking at your authenticity and your audacity. They're like, wow, they never go on vacation. Why are they taking pictures? They're at home. Well, my home is happy, okay? A real happy home. Because I know people probably look at me like that on my personal social media, like, oh, there's Brittany in her pajamas, like at home. Yeah. You know how many times I've lived with family, been in living situations I didn't want to be in? This is a living situation I do want to be in. I'm not a newlywed, but bitch, I might be. Okay. And I'm fucking happy. Happy as a clam. So if I want to take pictures in my freaking pajamas, I fucking will. I don't have to be on a fake vacation acting like I'm having a grand old time with husband number 4. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Because, like, I have a lot of people on my social media, they go on very extravagant vacations, and there's nothing wrong with that. But these people go without their men. They go without their people, like their partner. And I'm like, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If I was single, I would. But I want to go with, I want to do those things with my person. Yeah, we only F with the light. It's kind of like, my husband's been doing some stuff at work. So like, we haven't been able to go anywhere in a while because of what's been going on in his job. So I'm just trying to be patient to where I know we'll be able to soon. So I'm just being patient and trying to just remember that, you know, he was very supportive of when I was starting my channel and I was like working multiple jobs and couldn't really do much because I had a lot on my plate. And so I'm trying to have the same amount of patience while he's getting certain things up and running and going, because we don't just work and live to work. There's so much more, but I feel like people just want to post it. Like, look where I went. My life is awesome, but their relationship is not awesome. Their life is not awesome. Oh, thank you, Bob. So, like, I know that I've had to wait a long time for a vacation. I'm still waiting to go on a honeymoon. You guys and I've been married 7 years. We had a lot of deaths in our family after we got married. We lost loved ones, our dogs. Like, we went through so much. I started my channel. I went through my spiritual awakening. Like, it's been a crazy ride. And now we have stuff going on with our jobs where we haven't gone, but we need to plan one. And so, yeah, maybe you guys are going to be traveling more or planning to travel more. And it's about the people that you want to be there with. Truly. Like, there's nothing more fun to me. Like, yeah, I would love to be on a beach in Tahiti with my husband. But my husband is building his empire. I'm going to let him build it while I'm just supportive. And I would love to do that. But while he's doing that and being my protector and my provider, if all we can do is go to the grocery store on a Sunday night and build a fort in the living room and eat some ice cream, because that's like awesome for us, that's what we're going to do. And there's no one I'd rather do that with. There's no one I'd rather argue with. There is no one that I'd rather have a shitty day with. There's no one besides my person, you know? So don't feel bad. Maybe you guys feel like that. Let me know in the comments if you feel like, oh, everyone's like on vacation and like, dang, I wish I had the time or a sitter or somebody to watch the dogs, or I wish I had a person to do that with, or I don't want to go on vacation by myself. Don't feel bad. You want to know why? People would to be where you're at. Really think about that. They would shit all over their lives to be where you're at, to be on your couch, to be on your social media, to be next to your person. They would do some things. So before you think about like, oh, it would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice. And it'll be coming around the mountain. It will be coming around the mountain, and it will be even more amazing. Something that you will cherish and you won't even probably share pictures of, because it'll be that important to you when you finally get to go and do the thing. You might take pictures, but yeah, not share it with anyone, because that's your beautiful sacred moment. We have belligerent. I feel like this is the mate poaching. So be careful with that. Be careful with who you tell your business to. If they're not really your friends. Sometimes they want you to be having problems. They want you to be having issues. So I wouldn't, don't set your other relationships up for failure by telling them the delicate bits of your union or what is sacred to you. Okay, we have the Four of Wands. Keep it in your home. Keep it in your family. A lot of these people that would do whatever the frick to be in your position, that envy and are jealous of that try to hide it, they want you to have these problems. They want you to have these issues. They want to be able to slide through. You know how many friends I had to get rid of because of that? Long-time friends that thought that they were going to slide through because they needed a new man or a baby daddy or a husband. No, I don't think so. How do you protect yourself from that person? Is it the person that you're telling stuff to, like the friend? I wouldn't tell them anything. I wouldn't tell them anything. Let them think whatever they want to think. I would keep it to yourself. Like, even if they're a good friend, you don't want to be telling them certain things, you know? Like, even with the people that, I don't know how to explain this. Even with people that were never like crazy with me or like mean or anything, I'm not telling them anything. I am a steel trap. And if I'm telling you something, it happened 10 years ago. If I'm telling you something that happened 5 years ago, 2 years ago, it's in the rear view. I'm not telling you nothing that's going on today. Not nothing. Okay? So sometimes it might be annoying to be that for every other friend, but if that is your soulmate, it'll be easy for you not to tell anybody jack shit. And I made that mistake in the beginning of my relationship. I thought my friends were like therapy. This is before my spiritual awakening. And I thought, oh, I'm going to tell them about all this family beef we're having. And it was never really pertaining to my person, but it was just like all of the family drama that was going on from other people's jealousy and envy and stuff that they were stirring up. But they wanted those issues to be there. And in fact, some of them made them worse by inserting themselves. You were the therapist in your friend group. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. There's a new opportunity and it's hidden. You don't see it coming. It's coming to light. It's going to be a good surprise. A really good surprise. Some people might feel like you're sitting on your high horse because you're in love, sitting on your high horse because you're not struggling anymore. Don't give them the details of anything. They wanted to set you up for failure. They have a mob mentality. They wanted to put out your spark bit by bit, inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter. Okay, Holy Spirit, anything else? We have road rage. If you guys have been ducking and dodging other people's road rage, you are really protected on the road. Still be careful, still be a defensive driver, but dang, people want to beef with you even on the road. I know what that's like. If you guys are dealing with somebody that is dragging their feet to commit, you do not need to beg. No, you do not. If somebody says, I want to do this, this, that, and the third with you, but they're not showing you that, you better make them climb. You better make them grovel. You better make them beg. Because it's frustrating when you come to an agreement and you have the urgency and then this other person's like half asleep. You're like, what are you doing? We got stuff to do. And then you realize, oh, wait, now I'm asking them. Now I'm like begging them when we already made the agreement. They better find the ladder and climb. Skating on thin ice. Whoever this person that's dragging their feet to commit is on thin ice. So you might have a conversation with them like, you are wasting my time. Damn. Somebody's getting called out right now. It's the person you're dealing with. So if this is in love or it's a family member, you'll know how it applies. Somebody is saying a lot of this, and now it's time to put their money where their mouth is. It's time to stand on business and see if they're about that life, the lovers. It's time to see what they got. It's time to see what they're about. And this is actually going to kind of, it might shift your view on them if they're not the right person. Because they've been saying all these things, and now you're like, all right, it's time to prove it. Let's see what you got. Why am I waiting still? So you're a little bit pissed at whoever that is, and you're going to be telling them, I don't ever want to hear you complain again. I don't ever want to hear you say that I did this and I did that when you just did all that and wasted my time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you might be showing somebody that they're too easily bothered. They expect a lot of you. They have very high expectations. And you're going to show, like, okay, you're making people put their money where their mouth is over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Like this whole next month, you're going to make people prove it. You're going to make them walk the plank. You're going to make them show you. You're going to make them go all in. You're going to make them show you. Like, oh, you said you can do that? Let me see. Let me see. Hold on, I want to get comfortable. I want to get comfortable. I want to get comfortable. Hold on. Like, they're either in or they're out. They are either in or they are out. Okay, let's see if we get anything from the Kipperish. And if they are for you, they will apologize. Sirens. Ooh, let the paramedics sort them out. They will apologize immediately. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is something I complain about. So let me not be doing that. Let me not be doing that. I'm sorry. But give them a minute to wrap their brain around what they think they might be doing wrong. Okay? Like, give them at least a day, I'm hearing. Maybe you guys both have a lot of obligations. Maybe you guys both have kids. Or you just have, a lot going on. So I'd give them about a day. That is what I'm hearing. To sleep on it, to unbump their head on something that they've promised. Maybe that you're dealing with people that don't ever let things go, or they don't let the past go. But there are important things that they want you to let go that just happened recently. So use your own discernment if you should drop that bone. I love Texas Hold'em. I love Texas Hold'em. There is a third-party situation going on with the boss. This part is not going to be for everyone. There is a boss that is losing their job. They're getting fired. They're getting pushed out. And they are causing a lot of third-party effery to drag whoever they can on the way out. Because that karma's coming around the bend. Whoever this is, they're in a very high position getting pushed out the door. This could be a general manager. This could be an area supervisor. This could be a district manager. This is somebody in a high position. This could be an investor. This is someone that is so busy doing dumb shit instead of doing their actual job that they're getting pushed out the door. Yes, they are. So be careful with whoever that is. Hi, Kyrie. Johnny showed me what a narcissist was. Ooh, we got rich guy. I think if this is your boss situation, your money's about to get a whole lot better because they weren't helping you. They were not helping you. They were making things harder for you. They have different cheat codes. These bosses, they have different cheat codes to make things harder for you. Whether it's your shift, your hours, your overtime, your bonuses, they had loopholes to make your job harder. That is why they're being relocated. Your destiny is about to be fulfilled. Where you start getting your just desserts and the things that you've had coming. They're also overworking you. If you're not your own boss and you're still in the matrix, you're like, this was not supposed to be this hard. Don't be so attached to it. If you feel like you will one day work for yourself, if you feel like this situation better sort itself out or I'm gone, you will know when to move on. Because that means something better is on the way. Trust in yourself. You are the trusted advisor. And this person wasn't treating you like that. They were like, oh, you can't talk to collective. They can't be trusted. Like telling all of your colleagues and the other higher ups, like, what? Jazz, thank you so much. Oh, well, I'm not picking those up. But, oh my gosh, seriously? We got a house. Some of you guys are about to get a house. And I see that whatever house this is, it might cause some conflict with family and friends. See, that's what's fricked up here. That's what's fricked up. That's what's mother freaking weird. How come everybody can post their vacations? Oh my gosh, I'm on holiday. But you get a house God forbid you post that. God forbid you post that. You get a house and they're like, well, can I live there? Can I stay with you? How many bedrooms is it? Well, how much did you pay for that? You better stand on business, bestie. They're not staying with you. They're not staying with you. Not my best friend. Not my best friend. They're not staying with you. Not unless you want them to stay. Like, say you're going to take care of a parent and you want them to live with you. That's different. These are people that out of the gate, you're like, you're not staying with me just because I have more space. It is going to cause conflict, though, this house. People are going to be feeling some type of way. Like you owe them the freaking world. Dang, I thought people came out of the woodworks for freaking weddings and funerals, but I guess they come out of the woodworks for freaking houses too. I cannot. Thank you, love, for your donation. You're welcome. Yeah, because my family stole it. Yeah, nobody is staying with, like, you can ask my husband. No one is staying with us again. Never. Never. If you know, you know. No one is staying with us ever again. I could have a mansion by the sea, and it ain't freaking happening. Not after what I've been through. Not up in here. Not up in here. My husband already knows. Because he's always like, yeah, everybody can come. No, 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 nope. Me or them. I'll never really make him choose, but like me or them. Me or them. I'm not living with family again. Family can live down the street. Family can live 2 houses down. Family can live 1 mile away by my coffee shop. I don't care. Not up in here. Why? Seriously, why? You guys need your own space. When you have enough family conflict as it is, you need your own space. Everyone doesn't need to be all up in everyone's business in a codependent debauchery type of, not debauchery, codependent slosh of mess. Like, no, 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 no. So if people aren't happy for you, noted. People ain't happy for you, clock it. They better be happy for you. They better freaking pretend. They better stay in their lane while they're saying it. Hi, Dominique. Dominique's like they are staying here. Oh, shit. But yeah, you guys, the last time family stayed with us, it almost took us out. It almost took us out. We are still recovering from that 7 years later. It's not happening again. I went through a bankruptcy. We lost everything. Had to stay with family for a couple of months to get on our feet, then to move. It was hard. And we were betrayed on levels I can't even, like, it was a good fresh start for us, but it was hard. It was like, oh, great, we just got married 2 months ago. Now we're dealing with this. What the frick? Family ain't staying with us. Not when I'm still getting up out of the mud. Not when I'm still putting the pieces back together with my husband. Like, it's not happening. That is crazy. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to delete that. I was trying to show the message, but it deleted it. You can live in a camper, not my house. Yeah, no, no, no. Even my lawyers were mad. They were like, this is a situation. I'm like, oh, it's not a drill. This shit is hitting the fan. Marvelous. Like, marvelous. That's great. It took me a long time to work through that animosity. Like, I grieve very slow. And I feel like, yeah, it's hard when there's that much betrayal. When I meant to do good and I meant to help someone and I didn't want to see them on the street and I didn't want to see them down and out and I got done like that. Like, Mm. Now you all are being punished for that. Sorry. Sorry. So and so ruined it for everybody. I've just always been stubborn since I was a kid. I've struggled since I was little. I had to raise myself in some circumstances and didn't have a lot of adult supervision. So, with that, I am stubborn. And I let my guard down for this family member. Never again. Never again. I have put myself in situations now. I had to think like I'm a couple now, like I can't just be doing whatever. But if it had been me, I'd sleep in my car before I'm gonna stay with family. Now, this is like my in-law family, but like my family. I remember when I got kicked out of college. I was like, I'm not coming back. They're like, oh, you're coming back. I'm like, I'm not coming back. They're like, where are you gonna stay? I'm like, in my car. It won't be the first time, it won't be the last time. Yeah, don't trust others' judgment. Thank you. You're stubborn because you are self-reliant. Don't trust others' judgment. We are forced to live like that. Yeah, they tried to manipulate me. I lived in BYU student housing. My parents, my mom, my stepdad, and family are LDS. And I got in a lot of trouble at BYU, even though I went to the junior college, UVU. So, getting in trouble, once you get in trouble in BYU student housing and you get kicked out, you can't stay anywhere that is BYU approved. It means you can't stay in Provo, you can't stay in Orem. That means you have to go to the city. So I slept in my car in the Walmart parking lot across the street from my junior college once I got kicked out of BYU student housing. So I'd been arrested at BYU like 3 times. I'd gotten in trouble for fighting. I'd been jumped by a bunch of Mormon girls that thought I was dating. This is when I stopped being Mormon. BT dubs. I can't. I literally can't. So yeah, I got jumped, got in trouble for that. Somebody threw a party that I wasn't even there for, and I got in trouble for that. I'm like, oh, we just not to add race to it, but like really, because I'm not an athlete, because I'm not playing basketball or baseball for you guys, you're just gonna be like, oh, who cares? It's her fault. Like, because somebody has to go down for this. Got it. Got it. Yeah, definitely shouldn't have went to Utah. Yeah, I went to Utah because I was still 17. And it was the only place my parents were going to let me go by myself. So that's why I went to Utah. I had them withdraw me from school when I was 16, 17. I had a whole plan. I'm like, listen, I've been working. I'm out of here. They're like, what do you mean you're out of here? I'm like, I need you to withdraw me from school. I'm going to this junior college. I'm getting my GED here, getting my driver's license, and I'm moving to Utah. Think you guys should be A-okay with that. So as soon as I effed it up, like they thought I would, when I didn't really F it up, but that's another story. I was like, I'm not leaving. I'm sleeping in my car. And I did that for a while. Not a while. I did that for like a month or two before like I started couch surfing. You're in Utah? I love Utah, but I have a lot of bad memories there. I love the weather. I used to go there every summer to get away from my parents. They would have like these youth programs for it's like, what is it called? EFY, especially for youth. It's like 1,400 kids go for a week. It was like the 1 week where I didn't have to watch kids, didn't have to get yelled at by my mom. I was like, sign me up. It was expensive to go when I was going. It was like $400 to go, and you need to get like a plane ticket depending on what college you went for the week. But there were boys and girls, so you got to hang out with boys, and it was so much fun. I would look forward to it every summer. It was like the one time I got away from them. So I thought, if they let me go to Utah for a week every summer, maybe I can move there. Yes, it's about the journey. It is about the journey. Okay. Someone wants to say hello to you. Somebody has a crush on you. These babies keep coming up. I don't know what is going on. What is in the air? Somebody wants to have babies with you. Somebody also has a crush on you. Are you guys single? What is happening? What is happening? Yeah, somebody is. Oh, okay. Somebody is observing you from afar. Somebody's crying like a child. I feel like that's an ex. You have an ex that's all out of sorts by how much you're just different. You can't be bothered. You're not the same. You're not looking in your rear view. And they feel like they really messed that up. Like they could have had kids with you. They effed that up. Then you have somebody else that's having loving thoughts of you and doesn't know how to say hello. Or is trying to say, hello, I like you. And you're just like, dilly dally on 1000. Definitely single, dilly dally on one. Yeah, there is somebody admiring your social media or you. And they might be scared to say anything to you because they don't know if you're gonna like ghost them, if they think your sensuality is beautiful. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be thinking this about you, collective, because you're the star. You're meant to be seen online. You're gonna pick the platform, you're gonna pick where you're comfortable and what you're doing, but you're meant to be seen in that way for your authenticity. For your authenticity. Okay, for your guys' advice, you need to remember you have earned all of your stripes. Surround yourself with, seriously, I cannot get it together this week to save my life, but here we go. Be your own first priority, and it's time for a treat. Okay, so you've earned all of your stripes. What fell on the ground is surround yourself with love. Be your own first priority. I've been doing this a lot, like coloring, drawing. I don't normally do that, but I've been doing it lately for the last 2 weeks. And then it's time for a treat. However you like treating yourself. Maybe it's like me yesterday. I was like, I'm going to order from Cheesecake Factory. I want some freaking cheesecake. And I was so excited because I don't ever get to go to Cheesecake Factory. It used to be a place me and my husband would go when we had more time. But now it's like a treat every once in a while when I can order it takeout and then surprise him when he gets home. Like, there's cheesecake in the house and we're not supposed to be eating it, but we're totally going to eat it. And yeah, that was like the highlight of my day. Yeah, we want what we want. Whatever you want, like you want it, you got it. So just get it. You want to color? Color. You want to call out all week? Call out all week. What are they going to do about it? I mean, they might. Be careful. But what are they going to do? Those of you guys that are your own bosses. I guess I should call myself out too. We need to do less. However that can be done. I know. It's not easy. I feel like you almost worry more when you're a small business or you're doing it on your own or you're an influencer, but there is a way for us to do less and add some zeros. Those ways are going to be introduced to you in this new season. This is the newest episode of your life. Ooh, I got some strawberry crunch infused truffle cake bites from a friend. Don't tell me about sweets. What are you doing? There's a friend, one of my regulars, they made me lemon bars, and I was like, these are the best. I guess because I don't like baking. I'm not a baker. My ADHD, nope. I don't have patience for baking. I just don't. But I love baked goods. I loved baked goods. Yeah, she made me lemon bars. I was like, oh, it's so good. I love cheesecake. I had white chocolate raspberry cheesecake with like a graham cracker cookie crust. And I was like, what? You're not a baker, but your hubs is though. That's cool. Ooh, lemon curd. Cookies. You guys are making me hungry. Collective on a sweet tooth. Yeah. What do I like? Ice cream. Yeah. That's the anemic in me. I'm like, give me ice cream. Give me nothing. If I had one thing to live on, if I could live on ice cream, I would live on it. Probably wouldn't be a good situation, but I would try. Ooh, Oreo or turtle cheesecake. Mmm. Oreo. I did get Oreo cheesecake. Okay, don't tell anybody, but I normally would get one cheesecake and I got two. I was like, what am I doing? I was like, I'm just gonna hit the button and have them deliver it. Normally I just get s'mores, um, s'mores cheesecake, but I ordered Oreo cheesecake and I ordered the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake. I was like, I'm a greedy bitch today. Just let me live. I need a vacation. Let me live. Let me be in peace. Let me be in paradise with my cheesecake. Okay? Just mind your business. Like, yeah, I didn't want to work either. I was like, oh, okay, let me get my work done. Let me do my daily obligations and then allergic to wheat. No. Yeah, I like fancy baked good delectables. I'm not picky. I mean, I don't like nuts on dessert. Like I'll eat nuts in trail mix, but I don't like it on or coconut. Like coconut shavings and my husband tried to give me this candy the other day and I was like, "What is this?" And he's like, "Babe, you're Hawaiian. It's coconut." I'm like, "Who said I like that?" Ooh, Dubai chocolate. Okay, anything else? Stand up for yourself and count your blessings. Okay, I feel like with stand up for yourself, thank you, love, for your donation. You're so welcome. This standing up for yourself, I feel like this is going to be with the family member that is trying you. I don't know. There, whatever family member is like, woe is me, whatever people have been siphoning your energy or cash grabbing off of you or nickeling and diming you, you're going to be standing up for yourself. They throw a fit on the daily. Back up while they throw this one. Okay, they're gonna throw it in a circle. Okay, they're gonna throw their whole fit in a circle, a whole fit of rage. Just back up and let them do it. Like, are you done? Mm. I stay meditated. We have count your blessings. I feel like you're already doing this, but keep doing this. You're doing amazing. Add some zeros. Your blessings are being multiplied in ways that you've just waited. It's a hardship, something that has been an internalized, private, um, sacred almost hardship for you is being turned around. It is being turned around. So it's almost like something that was hard for you isn't going to be hard anymore. You were spoiled having homemade. That's awesome. Okay. There is always enough. Something was bothering you because you're like, well, I wish I could bring that into my life. There is always enough. Remember that. You have enough love. You have enough to get by. You have a roof over your head, or you have, like, there are certain things that make you feel really secure, and there is enough. There's about to be more. Yeah, so like I'm a meal prepping type of girly. Thank you, blessed blue eye. Home cooked meals where it's at. Like I'm crazy about my meal prep, but baking ain't my jam. But will I eat it? Yes, I will. But meal prep, like, that's all we eat. So to get something that's not meal prep, I'm like, oh, doesn't happen often, but it's fun every once in a while. Aloha, thank you. Okay, we have be peace. We have the spirit of the dove. I feel like birds are going to be getting really close to you. They could be on your roof, like trying to come through the ceiling, and you're like, what is going on up there? It's the birds. Birds have like some type of attachment to you right now. I feel like that's a sign. I feel like it's a sign to surrender. Ooh, I need to learn how to make homemade bread. That sounds delicious. Okay, Holy Spirit, anything else? Watch and wait. Made me pause. Watch and wait. Read them and weep. So affirm it below. I will watch and wait. Let your dilly-dally be on 1,000. How many times do you actually get to dilly-dally and and not be so stressed? I don't know. I feel like the dilly-dally might be good for you right now, so careful of clenching your jaw. I feel like you're going to be breathing more from your diaphragm. You could be doing core strengthening if you were having digestive issues like we talked about in the last live stream. There are certain things that you're going to be doing that are going to be making you feel stronger, better, happier. I love it. Let the dilly-dally begin. You're like, wait, I haven't started the dilly-dally, but let it begin. Let it begin now. Let it commence. Let the dilly-dally commence. Sometimes we're so organized. If I could show you just what I do in a day, you'd be like, girl, why? Fuck if I know. Why do you have that many lists? Heck if I know. Because I'd be forgetting stuff. But yeah, let your dilly-dally just let it see where it takes you. At least try it for a couple days. I do feel like even though you're dilly-dallying, you're going to get some other things done that you haven't done in a while that you've been needing to get done. So that dilly-dally might surprise you. Might surprise you. So just watch and wait. You are in a state of peace. You can count your blessings and not answer the phone if you don't want to answer the phone. I do feel like a lot of us are playing hooky this week. And if you're not playing hooky this week, you're playing hooky this weekend. Oh, I hope you guys are okay. I have to be careful, playing rough. I have a nephew that likes to play rough, and I'm like, bruh, cannot send you home in a situation. Never hear the end of that. Never. It could be anybody else that you could get injured, but not with me. Not with me. It'll be hitting the fan. I know, right? It's Friday. I'm like, what day is it? That's how bad it is this week. I'm like, what day is it? But yeah, let the dilly-dally guide you. It will get some of the things done that you needed to get done. Like today, I got an oil change done. Didn't think I was going to do that till thought I was going to procrastinate on that for at least another week. Nope. Got it done today. Got it done today. Okay. I think that's it, guys. So if you made it to the end of this message, affirm it below. I have earned all my stripes. I will watch and wait. Dilly-dally on 1,000. Okay? And don't let other people's anxiousness or don't let other people project on you right now. Don't let them siphon your energy, your joy. You're not on anybody's timeline but yourself. You feel me? So remember that, like, you're the star. People want to tame your spark because they feel some type of way. Almost let them kind of tell on themselves. People will be telling on themselves this whole season, showing you how they really feel, showing you how they're passive aggressive, showing you how now they're aggressive because they were too passive. You're clocking all of it. Okay, you are clocking all of it. Okay, I'm going to get one more from my deck. Okay. Relentless Becky's. Oh, remember, okay, this is your last message. Remember that you are the guru. You are chosen. You are anointed. And stability is being removed from your enemies. That's why it's really important with like who you're around, who you're engaging with, because maybe some of this energy that like you're grinding your teeth or clenching your jaw isn't even yours. It's like other people upset with you, other people's energy, other people's resentment. So just be mindful of that negative self-talk that you're trying to clock. Every time you're saying something mean to yourself, be like, nope, 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 not anymore. We're not saying that anymore. It's actually this, and that. And then practice that. Okay. I love you guys so much. All important links are in the description box. Cash App, Patreon, all the things. Thank you guys for all of your donations. And just thank you for your love and support. If you're on Patreon, you have a new message coming up, so be checking your notifications. Members only, you guys just got an early access video. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what this next episode for us entails. I love it. But yeah, thank you guys for all of your thumbs ups too. And yeah, just thank you for being here. Okay, I'm looking forward to watching the replay. So let me know in the comments if you guys are going to be watching the replay too. The chat will also be on replay as well. I made sure to check that box when I was setting up the settings. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye.